At this stage, your body and wings should already be completed. Now all we are left with is sewing the wings onto the body, and this video will cover just that. Be aware that sewing might be challenging for beginners. You don't have to do a perfect job, just do your best. Also, there are many different methods for sewing, so you don't have to follow the video word by word. You can be flexible. That said, let's jump in. We will sew the wings starting from the beginning of the color change until the end of the color change. If you remember, we made 3 rows with the white color, so you should see 3 stitches on every column that span the color change. We will use 3 whip stitches to attach our wings to these columns. We start by finding a spot in the center. You can do this by lining up the spot with the center of the smile. In this case, this seems to be a good spot for the center. Now that we've found the center spot, let's identify the columns that will be used for sewing. The wings should be 2 stitches apart. So assuming this is the center, the columns outlined with green should be used for sewing the wings. Note that the columns might not be perfectly linear, and that's okay. Just pick a column and stick with it. I suggest using a toothpick to mark the beginning of the columns. Before we start sewing the wings onto these columns, be aware that the wings should be curving in, so they should be facing each other. Now let's start sewing. First, thread your needle with the tail of your wing. Take out the toothpick that marks the beginning of the first column, and insert your needle into the first stitch of that column. Pull it all the way through. And rotate your wing so that it faces the right direction. When we're doing whip stitches, you will follow a zigzag pattern that looks like a snake. The spot where your needle comes out should never be far away from the spot that it goes back in. Next, insert your needle into the second stitch in the column, from the same side you came out, and pull through. Now to make a whip stitch, insert your needle into the next stitch on the wing. Make sure the wing is facing the right direction. Note how the whip stitch attaches the wing to the body. Now flip your bee to make another whip stitch. Insert your needle into the next stitch on the wing and pull through. Next, thread your needle through the third and last stitch of the column. Now your wing is securely attached to the body. Finally, we need to figure out a way to get rid of the remaining tails. I'll start with the tail in the center. You can just cut this one short to get rid of it. For the longer tail, we'll use a slightly different method. Thread your needle with the tail and insert it into an adjacent spot. Push it until it gets out from a random spot on the other side, and pull through. Now cut the remaining tail as short as possible. And gently rub your project until the tip disappears. And that's it. That's how you attach a wing onto the body. Now you just need to repeat the same process for the second wing. Once again, the two wings should be around 2 stitches apart.